Hey everybody, my name is Susan Noble and I'm part of the Rocky View Literacy team, and this is a video for you today about balanced literacy and our balanced literacy framework that we use in our division. So let's get started. And the first thing we're going to talk about is why balanced literacy, no matter the context that you're teaching in, why it's important to consider some of these things for our students. So this is our divisional framework, and it was developed to promote the gradual increase of student independence through what Reggie Routman refers to as the optimal learning model. Through this framework, teachers model strategies, their own thinking, and routines for literacy learning and development based on areas of student need that they've observed. So taking a look at that optimal learning model at the bottom of the screen there's sort of a continuum that talks about I do, we do, and you do elements. And our framework is built around those, with some of the I do activities being the modeling that takes place for students in our read alouds and write aloud activities, where we're sharing what's happening in our minds, basically, with students, sort of sharing why we're doing what we're doing and being really, really intentional and explicit about what they're watching us do in our reading and writing. Beyond that, moving into some of the more we do area of that continuum, talking about some of those shared reading and writing activities that we can do with larger groups of students. Where we have all eyes on the same text, or we're all contributing to write the same piece of text through practicing some targeted strategies. And then there's the guided reading and writing component of that phase of the continuum as well, where we've got smaller groups that are very targeted, working on different skills altogether. Now that guided reading and writing time is really supported by what we refer to as a workshop structure, a reader's workshop or a writer's workshop. And that's not to speak to any particular resource or preference in resource from us. That's more just to speak to the structures that you might have in place, and that structure being sort of a quick mini lesson off the top that's targeting a specific strategy, and then some scheduled time to meet with smaller groups while other students have time to either meet with their peers, do some peer work, or independent work towards reading and writing. And that's where we see that you do time in that continuum. We've got the I do with the read aloud, the we do with the shared and guided activities, and then the you do is in that independent phase where students really have time to practice applying strategies that they've learned, practice working towards some of the goals that they've set for themselves or with their teacher, and just students need time to be able to improve and to get better and to contextualize what they've learned within their own reading and writing. And so that independent time is valuable for students to be able to move forward. The last component of our framework is word work, and that can be infused in any of the other components, of course, taking a look at spelling patterns, taking a look at vocabulary that students are noticing in their reading, talking about how we can take some of those really exciting words that we run into in our everyday reading and apply them in our own communication through writing, or even in conversation with others. And so one thing I'll mention here too is that this is all quite a data-driven framework, but gathering the data about your students doesn't necessarily need to be an onerous process, and can be done through different conversations with your students, observations of students in the midst of tasks, and products that are representative of their understanding and their literacy learning. And utilizing information that is drawn from this evidence can really help in our planning to guide instruction, to track the impact of this instruction on our students, and overall to better understand our learners who we have meeting with us every day. And for more information on how this data can be gathered early on in the school year, please see the Rocky View Schools Literacy Team YouTube channel and see our pre-assessment video there that we did in collaboration with the numeracy team. So more to come. This is just the sort of overview of our framework, but we are also going to be doing videos illustrating what these components might look like in a virtual setting and how you might be able to plan read alouds, shared reading activities, even guided reading for your students, even though you are teaching them online. So please subscribe to our RVS Literacy Team YouTube channel if you like, or just kind of check back and watch for those videos to come. They are forthcoming in the very near future. Beyond that, don't hesitate to reach out to myself, Susan Noble, or my partner, Julie Vaillancourt, we'd love to just connect with you. We'd love to Zoom with you, to be a partner in your planning if that's something you are seeking. We are here for that. So know that we are here to support you, and look forward to meeting you online and seeing and hearing about all the wonderful things that you're doing with your students in this new teaching and learning setting. Thanks everyone. Check back like I said, and hope to see you soon.